So what do you want?
What do I want? I want to use my degree for good. And in general.
I kind of meant like a muffin or a latte.
I want a job with a generous work-from-grocery-store policy.
You are here a lot.
Debbie, please, I'm working.
I want a job that will change the world.
Ma'am, this is a drive-thru.
And some nuggets.
With LinkedIn's new AI-powered job search, you can find roles that match your unique skills so you can dare to discover more. Visit linkedin.com/jobs to learn more.
What up? It's interview style, where we're going to talk about whatever we want to talk about on a daily basis. Iris, you love vampires.
I do.
If you were to make an original IP vampire movie, thus it's not tied to any of the rules or any pre-existing vampire properties, what do you think would be your rules? Had you your druthers?
And by rules, you mean vampire rules, like how vampires behave, how the supernatural creature behaves. I mean, I think it isn't a vampire movie, one, if the vampire doesn't feed off of humans, drink blood, etc. So that's kind of a given.
Is it weird that I thought, that I also didn't even consider that because it's obviously a given? I was thinking more like stakes, crosses, coffins.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, that's inherent. If there's something else that might be not optional, it would be that vampires have no reflection and that vampires cannot enter your home unless they are invited in, or your safe space if they're invited in. I think those are probably the three that are required. Optional is they can't go out in daylight, or maybe they have lesser power in daylight. Optional, the sacred items they can't withstand, like the communion wafer, crosses, transmography, or their ability to transmogrify, to change into animals, bats, wolves, rats. Also, I think kind of optional, turning into fog. And then there's the lesser stuff, the more obscure stuff, and the stuff that Bram Stoker actually wrote in his notes for the conception of the novel Dracula that never really ever made it into his book or future movies. And those are the things like they can't be photographed or painted. And if they're painted, they never look like how they really look. Or if they're photographed, the negative actually captures a skeleton. And then there is the curious one. That's
awesome.
It's so cool. And then there was the curious one that actually we did see in a movie kind of recently, although it wasn't explicitly clear. And that vampires can't cross water. They can't cross like a stream or a river.
Dracula crosses some water, let me tell you.
I mean, for sure. In the novel, he crosses the entire, the Atlantic?
Not only literal oceans, but oceans of time.
That was a Gary Oldman quote?
Yep. So vampires, they're not bestial, the wolf man, right? They're not the mummy, which is kind of silly. An ancient evil. They're not Frankenstein's monster. What else we got? Vampires are the standouts for movie monsters in that they can and should be cool, right? And thus reflect the age in which they live. So whatever the vampire movie is for the young audiences, they need to look cool. And stuff like an aversion to garlic is not cool. Crosses and coffins, well, coffins are kind of cool, I guess, for the goth set. But I think it reflects what people want, what kids want, and thus who will pay money for your movie. I'm very curious to see what Luc Besson does in the rapidly upcoming Dracula adaptation, where he also leans heavily on this love angle. So we'll see what he thinks is cool.
It really just depends on what your movie requires.
But in Dracula 2, for the stake through the heart, when Christian Slater says that to Brad Pitt in Interview with the Vampire, what does Brad Pitt say? What does Louis de Pointe-du-Lac say in response to that?
You tell me, Wes.
And I quote, nonsense, the vulgar fictions of a demented Irishman.
Yeah, he also...
That's throwing some shade at the shadiest.
At the originator. I mean, in his defense, Bram Stoker had some kind of wonky rules. I mean, Bram Stoker's Dracula could literally turn into anything. Mist, fog, basically any animal, like the wolves. I mean, that's just no fair.
And, well, to be fair, if the modern myth originates with you, you can do whatever you want.
And he did.
What are your vampire rules? Or whatever movies at gmail.com. or our hotline 818-835-0473. Let us know what is cool, what is not cool, or if you got something new. We'd be interested to hear. Thank you. Goodbye.
Welcome, explorers of the human experience. This is Let's Talk Soul, and I'm your host, Claudia Monicelli. We're not afraid of the great mysteries of existence here. Soul versus consciousness, we're on it. Spirituality versus science, we've got that covered too. Join us in navigating these profound topics with wisdom, curiosity, and a dash of audacity. Whether you're a spiritual veteran or just starting your journey, Let's Talk Soul is your passport to the unknown. Let's Talk Soul, diving into the depths of the human spirit. Subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts.
Electric acid.